Hello everyone. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We are venturing into the Thousand Maws of Totorak to search for the Sylph Elder. A nasty, dark dungeon full of creepy, crawly creatures. Alright, let's go. The Iron Will is active, and I activated it beforehand, and I didn't have to level sync, because I'm level 26. So we're good. If I had to, I would have just turned it on at the beginning of the dungeon. So it really wasn't that big of a deal, but... Man, I'm taking all this damage. I bet it's because my gear is like low level. I probably should have pushed up my gear a bit before jumping into this, especially as tank. So, but, oh well. Apparently the healer is playing yo-yo. Alright. Whatever. Now, if I was like, normal, like, tanks would just do what is called wall-to-wall. Where they would just, like, run through this dungeon up to, like, where the first boss is. And just pull every enemy along the way. I hate it. I think it is dumb. Because it makes the healer have to do more work than they need to. But, yeah. Like, as a healer, I hate healing tanks who do that. Especially because, like, the biggest problem with doing that is if you're constantly running forward. And if you're constantly running forward, it's nigh impossible to heal them. And then they die. And then they get mad because they died. Like, they get mad at you, the healer, because they died. It's like, I'm sorry. Don't pull 30 enemies. You know? So... And if you get healers like this person who is apparently playing yo-yo, you know, the healer might not be ready for you to pull more than is necessary. Because, I mean, that's really what you are doing. If you're wall-to-walling, you're pulling more than is necessary. Go ahead and do that real quick. It gives me a moment of no damage, so it helps. Hey, the confession chamber is now unsealed. Nighthawk Visa. Oh, nothing in there. So there's a bunch of these water-stained notes that I don't know what they say. I read them the first time I did this dungeon. But I don't, like, that was so long ago. And I don't know if when they redesigned the dungeon, if they made any changes. From what I remember, though, they basically just give you, like, a history of the dungeon. You know? It's like, oh yeah, you know, we were on guard duty when suddenly this thing happened. And stuff like that, so... And these creatures came out of nowhere, and then we were dying, and... I'm pretty sure that's basically what they say. But they basically just go through and explain, like, you know, what the Thousand Maws was before it became, you know, this. You know? Trying to see if by, you know, asking people to loot roll, if they'll actually loot roll. There's a surprising amount of people in this game that just never bother to loot roll. Like, I get it, you know, it's annoying to hit pass when you don't need it. But like, some of us could really use that gear right now. And like, this isn't World of Warcraft. We can change gear in dungeon. It'd be really nice. Nope. Whoever hasn't loot rolled is not going to. Okay. Because, you know, I asked, like, I don't suppose I could get those lags, and then nobody has loot rolled. So whoever has not loot rolled is either purposefully not loot rolling, which is even more annoying, because then they're just doing it to be annoying, or they're just like, I literally don't care. You know, you'll get your loot afterward, kind of thing, and that's really, really annoying. But oh well, it's neither here nor there. I could use both of those. If, you know, people want to loot roll. And there's a timer. If people don't roll on loot after, like, a certain length of time, it'll, like, auto pass for them. And that's just what some people do. They're just like, yeah, it'll just, you know, auto pass when the timer runs up, so I'm just not going to bother with it. And again, yes, you know, having to pass on a bunch of stuff constantly is annoying. But it's like, seriously? Like, why this? In the original dungeon, though, there were a ton of branching paths throughout the dungeon, and they all held Magitech, like photo cells, they were called. And when you got to the boss, there was an item in the middle that you had to drop 4 of those photo cells into. I'm going to grade on that, but it's probably not going to matter because it'll give that to me. So it is Scarlet that is not looting, I'm assuming. Because I can see Morgan and Cassandra have looted. But I don't see Scarlet having rolled loot yet. Oh, and that's the automatic. The timer ran up on the Nighthawk visor, so it automatically distributed that. Let's see, how long do we got? 26 seconds on the pants. So, also, some people play on PS4, which is fine, but when they, and this isn't true for all PS4 players, but some of the people that play on PS4 are really rude. Like, they do not care at all if you're talking to them. Like, they will not look at the chat. They will not, you know, respond even with emotes. Like, I get it, you don't want to type with the, you know, keyboard. With the built-in keyboard on PS4. Or PS5? Is it not on PS5? Anyway, you don't want to, you know, keyboard with the controller and all that. I get that. But at least emote? You know? But some people are, like, really rude and just straight up will not look at party chat. No matter what. And I really despise that. And it's all, you know, and I say, like, the whole PS4 player thing, because it's always PS4 players that do that. So... And I'm wondering if there's something in the, like, PS4 where, like, party chat isn't visible natively or something? It doesn't make any sense that that's how it would be. But every time there's been a, like, hey, they're not listening to you at all, it's been somebody on PS4. And usually if they then eventually do respond, they will respond in say chat. Which, again, I don't really get. So I don't know if it's like party chat is just like disabled on PS4 or what it is. I have a couple of friends that I know that play on PS4, and they don't have that issue. So, it feels like it can't just be that it's disabled on PS4, because they don't have that issue, like, unless they've just turned it on. But in an MMO, it sure seems important to keep, you know, the party chat active, right? Or, like, to have it active natively. Oh! Hi, Asian. Wait, did they reveal that yet? I don't remember if that's been revealed yet or not. Oops, I may have just spoiled. Mighty Slayer of Ifrit comes now to me.
Seize that on Rajyandor.
With a countenance that bespeaks understanding.
Well, rogue. Tosan no Paiki.
Intriguing power, the echo. I must needs choose my words with care.
Mayhap I might if I deign to speak in my guest crude tongue. We meet at last.
Thank you. That was really annoying. I would to like let him talk and then translate.
I am Lahabrea of the Asians, servant to the one true god.
Yeah, there's the reveal.
Yours is a most fantastical tale, truly absorbing. It is a tale to tell Eorzea's children before bedtime, and it will soon be dark, bringer of light.
Oh, the two chest plates just went out. That's why I couldn't carry anymore.
All that stands between this world and darkness is an irksome anomaly in the ether. The Echo. Yes, yours is a most fascinating tale. Alas, like all good tales, it must needs come to an end. But fear not.
Hi, Lahabrea.
Here, feel the presence of evil.
For the end of your tale is but the beginning of another. The tale of the crystal's demise.
Whoa. That can't be good. Goodbye, La Habrea. Hello, boss. I will say that cutscene only plays once. All future versions, Graphius here just spawns in and attacks, so you don't have to go through like the La Habrea cutscene. There's also a way to automatically skip cutscenes in dungeons. You know, automatically skip ones that you've seen. And you can also do that. So I guess I wasn't too far ahead by saying, oh, hi, Ascian. There. Because they do reveal that he's an Ascian there, which is good. I didn't spoil it too early. But I forgot whether they had revealed that they were that those guys were the Ascians or not. I feel like that's been mentioned, that they were Ascians. But I know for a fact now that it was revealed that he was, you know, an Ascian. Because where's the other Coma Smite? I'm like, I couldn't find the other Comb Smite, whatever it's called. Level up! Completely different gear. Oh. They are gone. And everything all of the loot has been handed to me now. Because they all left, which auto passes. If you leave a dungeon, you auto pass. So, it's nice at least. I received 2 player commendations. So one of them did not like me. That one person probably gave it to the healer. As is, you know, what I normally do. So I normally give the commendation to the healer, and they probably did the same. Where they give it to the healer. Finally, fresh air. Mayhap not so fresh, but better than before. Ah, sinister one is gone, though this one can leave this awful place. Did Walking One vanquish the many-legged one? This one is grateful to Walking One. This one is called Frixio, eldest of these ones of Little Solus. Oh. And a look into Frixio's memories. Oh. Garleans. Alpha Squad reporting, sir. Nothing of note at Lark Skull, sir. Understood. Return to Area 12. Damn it all. Where is that accursed icon hiding? Hi, Nero. No sign of our wizened friend? I'm afraid not, my lord. Shall I order that the search perimeter be expanded? Absolutely not. We risk alerting the Gridanians to our presence. His Excellency bid us avoid unnecessary confrontation. Loath though I am to admit it, I have found no evidence to suggest that Ramul will be gracing the mortal realm in the near future. I ask you, what good is a god who does not grant one's wishes? Were I a sylph, I should strongly consider finding myself another idol. Which reminds me, what of the sylph we captured? A handful of them seemed to be in reasonably good health when last I looked. Oh, apologies, my lord. I fear we have been overzealous in our efforts to compel them to summon their icon. Really, Centurion, were you not aware that the vegetables bruise easily? It is well that I did not entrust you with the important task of making my dinner. Well, mayhap it was a kindness. Better dead, in truth, than dead to one's own god, I suppose, if you believe in such things. Dawn is upon us. Make ready to withdraw. Huh. Useless. We are so close to completion, I can fair taste it. But at this rate... No, I must be patient. Our efforts will bear fruit in due time. What was it you always said? Ah, yes. Though it mean bringing down the very heavens, who shall challenge the limits of possibility if not we? And that alone you are right, Garland. But your star is long fallen, while mine doth begin to rise. And it shall burn so bright that Lord von Belsar's ultimate weapon will seem a mere candle beside it. Ha 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 ha! Those walking ones did for Noxia. This one is certain of it. And this one fears that other taken ones also suffered the same fate. And this one is convinced walking ones have black hearts, seek only to harm these ones. Walking ones are not to be trusted. Now, Noxia, do not pass judgment too hastily. Not all walking ones are alike. Though there are evil ones among the walking ones, there are good ones also. So we see that, Frixio here, which I keep thinking is female, I guess, there's something in their name, like O is male, A is female, I guess. They do all look the same, but I'm sorry, this does not look like a male face to me. It really doesn't. Does walking one feel unwell? But they do refer to Frixio as male constantly, so... This one would know. What brings walking one to this place? I'm trying to do, elder voice. Except the elder male voice and the elder female voice sound almost identical. Come to this one's rescue at Noxia's bidding, and this one owes walking one a debt of gratitude. Walking one has questions about Lord Ramu, and this one will provide answers. But first, let these ones quit this lightless place. This one will return to Lil Solus. When walking one is ready, please come and see this one. These ones may speak properly then. Okay. Then it is settled. Let this one accompany walking one outside. Sure. I mean, we killed everything all the way up to here, so it's fine. It's not like there's literally anything else in the dungeon now. Report to Buscaron. Wow, that dungeon took, just about the whole episode. I mean, I don't know how much longer this episode will take, but, 24 minutes? Wow. Admittedly, it is the cutscenes a little bit, too. But, I started the episode in, with the queue accepted and everything. So I only had maybe 15 seconds before the dungeon started, and here we are at 25 minutes. So, you're back. Tell me the Sylph Elder as well. Thank the gods for that. I don't rightly know what to make of the rest of your tale, but I'm full glad Frixio didn't come to any harm. But there I go, tempting fate. Run over to Lil Solus and secure us peace with the Sylphs before aught else befalls us, eh? Rest assured, I'll send word to our friends of Charlayan and the Twin Adder both. You've done Gridania great service this day, lass, and earned yourself a place of honor here at the Druthers in doing so. Be sure and come by whenever you feel like a drop of Cheeterin firewater. Yay! Well, I don't need the iron scale mail anymore. That happens pretty regularly, though. Buscron has something he wants delivered to the Sylphs. Say, friend, there's something I'd like to ask you to see delivered to the Sylphs of Lil Solus. This Azema rose oil. It's a gift to celebrate the safe return of their tribe's elder, a token of Gridania's desire to unite. The wood is not what it once was. The calamity changed the elementals, weakened them. Until their strength is returned, we must lend them ours to keep the wood safe. But ours alone will not be enough. We must have the strength of the Sylphs as well. Only by working together and fighting together will we survive together, and the 12's wood with us. The gift I ask you to bear is a symbol of the hope that both Gridanian and Sylph alike will live to see the light beyond this darkness. Of course, Buscron, I can play triple triad with him, but I don't need to. Let me just, quick, oh, right. Can't apply glamours here, because this is not an Aetheryte area. It is not a sanctuary. So, off to the East Shroud. Now I can click the button. There we go. And now we're back to this outfit. Although now, I should consider the idea of grabbing some glamours for my character here off of my main character, because I can trade now. I couldn't trade before on free trial, but I can now, which means I'm not limited to what this character can currently handle. I can buy stuff or, make gear or things like that on my other character and then send it to this character. So yay! A gift from Walking One Buscron. A gift for these ones. Nalexia. See, like I said, I think there's something with the A and the O, male, female, or female, male, respective, whatever. Because I'm pretty sure this one's a girl, Nalexia. Such a lovely scent. This one has never smelled anything like this before. Walking One Buscron and Adventuring One are very kind. Now that this one is deeply grateful. Many Walking Ones are scary. Many Walking Ones utter many lies and much deception. But this one is moved. Let all these ones be friends forever. I need none of these. Yay! Hey, Camuxio, take me to the Elder. Believe in yourself. Camuxio wants you to discuss peace with Frixio. This one has been expecting Walking One. This one fetches Elder One. Hi, Frixio. This one is pleased to see Walking One again. Welcome to the home of these ones. Hi, Yida and Papalimo. Wow, they played nothing into... well, I guess they were there for, one cutscene over at Buscron's. Ah, there you are, Kazumi. We have just been hearing tell of your deeds of daring do. Well done. Ah, the Walking Ones who aided Neuraxia. This one is grateful. A pleasure to have been of service. If you do not mind my asking, how did your misadventure come about? This one does not mind. Misadventures, as Walking One calls them, of this one began when Imperial Ones entered the wood. Fearing trouble, these ones decided to watch Imperial Ones closely. But these ones watched too closely, and Imperial Ones noticed and tried to catch these ones. Having nowhere else to hide, this one fled into Totorak. Would that this one had not. In Totorak, a sinister one robed in black tried to feed this one to a many-legged one. A sinister one robed in black? Why do I have the feeling I should be more worried about that than I am? Elder Frixio, well, we come to you as emissaries of the nation of Gridania. This missive bears the words of the Elder Seedseer. Hey, we're finally giving him the missive. And this one sees, so Walking Ones of Gridania are fearful of Lord Ramu. Plainly put, yes, your people summon the Lord of Leven, but once. Yet the single occurrence occasioned great alarm. But it's not as if the Gridanians dislike you or anything. Actually, it's just the opposite. They think of you as friends, and they don't want anything to get in the way of that. That's the way the Elder Seedseer wrote to you. This one well knows and respects a horned one, Kanasina. Be assured, like Walking Ones of Gridania, these ones have no desire for conflict. These ones resorted to summoning Lord Ramu to protect the wood from Imperial Ones. And this one counseled against doing so, but was not heeded. Against this one's wishes, Lord Ramu was summoned, and all those ones who took part became touched ones. Those ones want so desperately to turn touched ones back to normal ones, but did not know how, and still do not know. Touched ones, meanwhile, wanted to turn these ones into touched ones, and did know how. So this one fled to Little Solace, with all those ones who did not wish to be bound to Lord Ramu. But Walking Ones of Gridania need not fear touched ones, or Lord Ramu. Unlike other primal ones, Lord Ramu is not callous and cruel. So long as Walking Ones do not trespass on these ones' ancestral homeland, where touched ones reside, Walking Ones will not suffer thunderous judgment. But this one has spoken enough of touched ones. This one would speak instead of these ones. As this one said, these ones desire peace with Walking Ones of Gridania, and so these ones ask for a chance to set things right. By way of an addendum, mortals who are tempered come to take on the qualities embodied by the primal in question. In the case of the Sylphs, Ramu's influence has made them fiercely protective of their homeland. That explains why they're so hostile toward trespassers. But what about the abductions? A fine question, Yida. The abductions are, I believe, an expression of the tempered Sylph's desire for reconciliation, another quality traditionally associated with Ramu. In the crudest manner imaginable, they seek to bring their fellows back into the fold. A timely reminder that the challenges posed by each primal are unique. Elder Frixio, we thank you for making your will known to us. The people of Gridania will rest easier in the knowledge that they and the Sylphs are united in their desire for peace. Wishing to cooperate, this one has written down the feelings of these ones. Please see that these feelings are conveyed to Horned One Kanasena. Also, I keep saying it wrong. It is Kanasena. And with that, I believe we can lay the matter of Ramu to rest. But... Okay, this is where this makes no sense. Because primals absorb ether from around them constantly. A primal being left alive would destroy the area, whether the primal is nice or not. So we need to go in and kill this thing. Regardless of whether it's peaceful or not, we have to go in and remove it. But for some reason, this is where it ends with Ramuh. I don't... And it's the only Titan they do this with. My guess is probably that they had the story planned out, but because they were rushing so hard to get Realm Reborn done, after, 1.0 was a literal disaster, I'm going to assume that the Ramuh fight, that they couldn't get the Ramuh fight done, and so they just decided, well, let's just put in something with that, we just skip over that and move on. Because every other primal in the game is fought. Even Ramuh at one point. But Ramuh comes in after a Realm Reborn is done. It's in, I think, I don't remember if it's patch 2.1 or 2.2. I think 2.1 is Leviathan. So, I have this feeling that their plan was that you were originally going to fight one primal of each element, and then they couldn't get Ramuh, they couldn't get Leviathan, and then I don't know which primal it is that would be the other one, because I've forgotten the elements. But my guess is that they couldn't complete it, right? And so they couldn't get those done in time. So they just adjusted the story around that. That's why, the first crystal that you get is just oh, here's just a random crystal, Because that's one of the elements that you don't fight a primal for. The Sylph Elder is very reasonable, I must say. You could learn a lot from him. Was that a jib? If so, I feel it only fair to observe that one of us wouldn't recognize reason if it punched her on the nose. Did I say fair? I meant reasonable. I love these two. They're even better in the later patches and expansions. Anyway, we're going to head back to the Waking Sands and tell Minfilia all about it. Fear not, we will be sure to mention the instrumental part you played in all this, and while we see to that, we should appreciate it if you would deliver Frixio's missive to the Adder's Nest. Elder Frixio, we humbly thank you for your time. It has been an honor. Bye. And this one is this one's. Together, the honor is this one's. Together, let the walking ones of Gridania and these ones find a way to live in peace. Also, can I just say, I hate Yida's boots. Please wait, Walking One Kazumi. This one has yet to give Walking One a token of this one's appreciation. When this one summoned Lord Ramuh, these ones were gifted this crystal. This one would now bestow the crystal upon Walking Ones as a symbol of these ones' trust. So you just get this crystal. You just get the water crystal. You just get the electric crystal. And I'm thinking ice. I think ice is the other element. Because you fight Ifrit, Titan, and Garuda. So fire, fire, earth, or rock, or whatever you want to call it. And wind. But water, ice, and shadow you don't. And so it's just okay, here's the water, just randomly, here's a water crystal. And then it's now here randomly is an electric crystal. And I think the ice crystal is the same, where you just randomly are given it, This one was not mistaken about Walking One. And I think it's just that those 3 fights weren't able to get finished before they had to push out Realm Reborn. And so it was like, well, we'll just add them in like the next set of patches. And if I remember correctly, they are the next 3 patches. So that tells me that they probably had some work done on them already. You know, Ramu even shows up in that cutscene right there. But the fight itself wasn't done. And like maybe they were able to get the model done, and then they were like, all right. And then they did like a couple iterations of the fight, but they couldn't like, you know, make a fight that was nice. Admittedly, they never make a fight that's good against Ramu. The Ramu fight is terrible. It's so boring. Walking One is destined to walk a fate far crueler than this one can imagine. A brilliant light from within Walking One enveloped the crystal this one saw. Mark this one well. That crystal will one day be of use to Walking One. Walking One must keep that crystal safe at all times. Nothing to worry about. We will. Before Walking One returns to Gridania, this one would ask Walking One to watch Touched Ones. So long as Touched Ones are not troubled, Touched Ones will not make trouble. If Walking One witnesses Touched Ones making no trouble, mayhap Walking One can testify to Walking Ones of Gridania that these ones mean no harm. These ones' homeland is fraught with danger. This one's marked down safe places to look out for Touched Ones. AKA U/Lookout. Hence why it was bolded and in red. So, stand lookout east of Little Solus. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't see nothing from here. Like, I don't see nothing. I guess there's a few Sylph out there. But, yeah. You look around. Believe in yourself. I like that that's the name of this quest. But yeah, I mean, you can see that these Touched Ones, the purple ones, they're just there. There are tempered Sylph in the distance. You do not sense that they pose a danger if left alone. Alright. Deliver Frixio's missive to Vorsail Huloi. Or Heloi, or I don't know how to pronounce that. So let's head. Actually, wait. I can do it for free, because I still have return set to Gridania. Whee! And with that, we are officially done with Ramu. Which means I'm probably going to take a break from the MSQ and do some class quests. We've got the level 25 of several classes. Gladiator, Pugilist, Conjurer. And then we have... Well, I don't think we have the level 15s. I know we have the level 15 for Archer, but I think we did the level 15s for Arcanist and Rogue. But more than likely, when I come back, all 3 of these classes will end up being at least level 20. I might try to push them to 25, but it's unlikely that I'm going to push them that hard. Let me go Pugilist to get some Pugilist experience. Private Errata. I want the meeting with the Sylphs. Right! I am here, aren't I? A missive from the Sylph Elder himself, if I may. So the Sylphs have no desire for conflict, nor do they intend to summon Ramu. Nor do they intend to summon Ramu. Everything in this quest up until now has stated that Ramu is currently summoned. nor do they intend to summon Ramuh. So which is it? So long as we leave the Tempered Ones be, we need not fear any aggression on their part. I mean, they're probably saying that the little soulless sylphs don't intend to summon Ramuh with that line. But the Tempered Ones already summoned Ramuh. Ramuh is a primal. Ramuh is a danger just existing. It doesn't matter if he's peaceful or not. But we'll just ignore it. What? The Elder Seeds here will be overjoyed to hear that the Sylphs have welcomed our overtures, and in the knowledge that they bear us no ill will, we may channel our resources toward tackling the more conspicuous threats to our security. We've done our nature a great service, Private Ul'dah, which will not be forgotten. Commander Huloy appears to have more to say. Hey, more Vesper Bay tickets. I'm going to accept this quest, and then I'm going to probably break the episode. Sylphic folk have long been friends to Gridania. The mere thought of being at war with them pained the Elder Seer to no end. But owing to your efforts, she will be able to rest easier. Being the benevolent soul that she is, my lady will surely try to find a way to reverse the tempering process. Once again, I thank you. Had the Scions of the Seventh Dawn not offered to mediate between our peoples, suspicion and doubt may well have led us into needless conflict. Pray, pass on my regards to Lady Minfilia. Hello? Hello, Kazumi, can you hear me? It is I, Minfilia. Ida and Pepalima returned some little while ago, and they wasted no time in regaling me with the tale of your exploits. Thanks in large to you, the name of one rival may be struck from our list of enemies, and the Gridanians may turn their attention to more pressing matters. Well done. To the end of one tale is but the start of another. Pray, return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. I would apprise you of the present situation in person. Now we turn our focus away from Ramuh and over to a different primal. That said, we only have 1,000 seals, which is more than we had before. It's not a lot. I can actually buy some ventures with that, because I do need some ventures for my peoples. These are really good, like, level 22 weapons, by the way. But chances are I won't need them. Getting these ones, getting the Serpent Corporal, and then getting these level 30 ones is probably, like, the best idea. So, but yeah, I don't think I will need to worry about getting those. We should have more seals next time. Because one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do leveling roulette. For things like Archer, Rogue, and Arcanist. And that'll get me some Serpent Seals to begin with. About 1,000 per... Well, 1,000 for the first run. I could get additional if I was an adventurer in need, but that would require running as Gladiator. Or picking up Marauder first. Which I don't think I will be doing before next episode. Because if I'm gonna pick up a class, I'm gonna do it in an episode so we can go through, like, the story. I might consider picking it up while we're there for Rogue, but I haven't fully decided yet. In either case, though, this is the end of Ramuh's storyline. Next time, a new Primal. I don't remember which one's next. Because Titan, I think, is level, like, 35? So I don't think it's Titan that's next. So I'm not sure what's next. I don't remember what's next. But yeah. Well, I'll find out you know, when we get there. I'm probably not gonna bother, like, looking it up or anything. But in either case, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to subscribe. You can check the video description down below. There's a link to the playlist so that you can get caught up on any episode you missed. Feel free to check out my Patreon, also in the video description down below, because it really does help out the channel. And with that, I will see you all next time. See you later.